Chapter 4, Farm Perfume. And I have to tell you that this is one of my favorite chapters. So it's really funny. Okay, I want you to think, what's perfume? Okay, it's something that women usually put on to make themselves smell good. All right, so think about that. What could be perfume from a farm or on a farm? The bus came to a stop right next to an old barn, and we all started to get off. Max pushed and shoved his way to the front so that he could be the first one off. He ran up to Farmer Bob and accidentally stepped on his foot. Slow down there, buddy, said Farmer Bob. Good thing I have these boots on, or you might have squished my toe. What's the rush? I'm going to find the wooden apple and win the prize, said Max. Can we go now? Can we? You have to be patient. We're going to do that a little bit later, Farmer Bob said, chuckling. Patient? I don't think he knows what that word means, Robbie whispered to me. I laughed. He definitely does not. Max, Farmer Bob is going to give us a little tour before we go up to the orchard. Why don't you come back here and stand with me? Said Mrs. Wishy. She took Max's hand and pulled him to the back of the group. How many of you have ever had apple cider? Asked Farmer Bob. Some kids raised their hands. My mom only buys the fresh organic kind at the natural foods market, said Chloe. Well, you can't get any fresher than the cider we make here, said Farmer Bob. We have our very own apple cider press right here on the farm, and we use it to make fresh apple cider every day. Would you all like to see it? Yes, yes, we said. Farmer Bob took us all into the old barn and we walked over to a big machine. What's that? Asked Jessie. That's the cider press, said Farmer Bob. It looks really old, I said. It is really old, said Farmer Bob. My grandfather built it and he used it to make apple cider right here on this very farm. Wow, said Robbie. It must be like 50 years old. Oh, it's older than that. But we haven't changed it a bit. We still make apple cider just the way he did over 50 years ago. How does it work? Asked Jessie. Well, you dump the fresh apples in here, said Farmer Bob. He lifted Jessie up so she could see into the big bin. What's in there? We all asked. A whole lot of apples, Jessie said, laughing. Farmer Bob put Jessie back down. Then this part here chops the apples up into pieces and spits them out onto these screens. That looks like the screen on my bedroom window, said Max. That's exactly what it's like, said Farmer Bob. The apples get squished between these two screens. The juice comes out, but the apple pieces get stuck in the screens. Where does the juice go? Asked Robbie. It goes into these pipes, said Farmer Bob, and then gets stored in that big cooling tank over there until we're ready to put it in jugs. What do you do with all the leftover apple pieces and apple skins? Jessie asked. Throw them out? Oh, no, said Farmer Bob. Come with me, and I'll show you. We followed Farmer Bob out of the old barn and across the path to the pig pen and horse stalls. "Ah, you!" said Chloe, holding her nose. "It stings over here. I think I'm going to be sick." "I call that farm perfume," Farmer Bob said, laughing. "I call that PU stink," said Chloe. "My Nana bought me real perfume from France, and that is not perfume." "Seriously, I can't believe she's making such a big deal about horse poop," said Robbie. Just then, Jessie started giggling. "That's so funny," I asked. "Look," she said, pointing to Chloe's fancy red shoe. I think she stepped in some what?" said Chloe. "Some poop! Oh no, no!" Chloe wailed. "Get it off! Get it off! These are my brand new shoes!" She started running around in circles. "Calm down, Chloe," said Mrs. Wishy. "Come with me and I will help you wash off your shoe." Mrs. Wishy took Chloe by the hand, and the two of them went to find a hose. As I was saying, said Farmer Bob, we don't just throw out the leftover apple pieces and apple skins. Can you guess what we do with them? Feed them to the horses and pigs, said Robbie. That's right, Farmer Bob said. Pigs will eat just about anything, and my horses love the taste of those sweet, juicy apples. It's good for the environment, too, said Robbie. You're not putting all that trash in a landfill. Everybody wins, said Farmer Bob. You get fresh cider, my animals get fed, and we all take care of the earth. Can we taste the cider? Said Jessie. I've never had it before. Of course you can, said Farmer Bob. But first I want to take you all up to the orchard so we can pick some apples to make a nice, fresh batch of apple cider. Would you all like to do that? Do what? Chloe said. She and Mrs. Wishy had just gotten back from cleaning up her shoe. Go to the orchard to pick apples, said Jessie. Yes, let's get out of here, said Chloe, before I step in anything else. She started to walk away. Wait just a minute, said Farmer Bob. I have to go get my hay cart and sugar. Sugar? What do you need sugar for? Robbie asked. Not the kind of sugar you eat, Farmer Bob said, laughing. Sugar is the name of my horse. She's going to pull the hay cart. He disappeared around the back of the farm, around the back of the horse stalls, and returned a minute later, sitting on top of Sugar, who was pulling a large cart filled with hay. Hop on, everybody, and Sugar and I will give you a ride up to the orchard. So here's Farmer Bob. There's Sugar, and this is the hay cart with a whole bunch of hay inside that the kids are going to ride in to go up to the apple orchard to pick apples. Awesome, I said as I jumped onto the back of the cart. I've always wanted to take a hayride, said Jessie. This is going to be so much fun, said Robbie. Watch out, everybody, said Max. Here he comes. He took a flying leap and landed face first in a pile of hay. Ouch, that had to hurt, whispered Robbie. That's what he gets for being such a show-off, said Jessie. I don't think I can get up there, Chloe whined. Oh, please, said Jessie. I bet if she didn't wear those fancy shoes, it would be a lot easier. I'll help you up, said Mrs. Wishy. She lifted Chloe up and plopped her down on a pile of hay. Ow! What's wrong? Said Mrs. Wishy. I'm getting poked by a piece of hay. Mrs. Wishy rolled her eyes. Everybody ready back there? Farmer Bob asked. Ready, we all said. All right, hold on tight. Here we go.